Welcome, everyone. My name's Joelle, and I'm going to take you through a 10-minute morning yoga flow designed to help you greet the day and wake your body up. So let's begin sitting back on the heels. Take a couple of shoulder rolls, and then a couple of wrist rolls in one direction and then the other. Just bringing a little bit of life into those hands before we find our way to hands and knees for some cat-cows. Inhaling to arch the spine, and then exhaling, press the mat away as you round the back. And take a few more, starting to settle into your body, settling into the deep breaths that animate our movement today and every day. And then back to a neutral spine, and inhale the hips back towards the heels, and then lift back up to hands and knees. And again, taking that movement gently a few more times. Taking one more, and then we'll add on. So inching the hands forward, inhale your way into a cobra, arching through the back. And then exhale, pressing your way back towards child's pose, planting the hands behind you and lifting up the knees to stretch the top of the feet. And again, inhaling forwards into cobra, pull the shoulder blades back. And exhale, press your way back towards the heels, hands behind you, and stretching through the tops of those feet. And let's take one more. Finding your cobra on the inhale, sinking the hips, and exhale, back you go, lifting those knees up a couple of inches. Beautifully done. Now let's widen the knees, keep the big toes together, and simply walk the hands forward, finding a child pose, sinking the forehead towards the mat, maybe even rocking a little bit side to side. Beginning to think about what the day holds, what kind of mindset you'd like to bring to your day. And we'll lift back up to hands and knees, and bring the left foot forward into a lunge. You might like to wiggle that back knee back a little bit, and then come into a gentle twist by placing the left hand on the left knee, and looking over your top shoulder, maybe extending the arm up, wringing out through that spine. And then left hand comes back towards the mat, tuck the back toes under, bring the hands to the front knee, and lift up that back knee. And you can reach up towards the sky here, finding length in the back leg. Before replanting the hands, let that knee come back down. And bring the left foot back behind you now for a calf stretch. And then let's simply bring that left foot over towards the right, adding a little bit of an IT band stretch, pressing the hips over towards the left. And back to hands and knees, wiggle it out, very nice. We'll take that sequence on the other side, right foot forward into the lunge, right hand to the right knee so that we can twist our way open, looking up and towards the right. Finding your breath, extending through that top arm. One long line from one hand to the other. And that hand comes back down, tucking the back toes, hands to the front knee. To lift up off of that back knee, pushing the heel back behind us, and maybe extending the arms up once more. Finding a little bit of balance, a little bit of strength work here. Hands back down, release the back knee, and press that right heel back behind you now, stretching through the calf. And then over towards the left as the hips go towards the right. Just finding a little bit of a different angle for that calf stretch here. Wonderful. We'll make our way back to hands and knees, tucking both sets of toes and lifting up to downward facing dog. You're welcome to find any movements here by pedaling the feet or shaking out the neck or the hips. Finding a little bit of stillness here. And then walking the hands back towards the feet for a ragdoll pose. You can definitely bend the knees here. Maybe taking hold of opposite elbows and swaying a little bit from side to side. Take a moment here to thank yourself for turning up today, for taking these 10 minutes. As we inhale the spine forwards into a half lift, exhale to fold back down, and inhale to straighten once more. Exhale, bend the knees and let everything go. And last time, inhale to straighten. Exhale, let the head hang. And then press into the heels, gently rolling yourself up all the way to standing. And inhale the arms up overhead, reaching tall. And exhale, hands back down to your side. Very nice. Let's pull the right knee in towards the chest now, flexing through that foot and twisting yourself open to the right. And then keeping that knee up, extending the leg back, catch yourself with your fingertips as the right heel presses up behind you. And then without setting that foot down, lift the knee back towards the chest, hands to prayer. Challenging the balance here, and then simply set that foot down. Really nice. Shake it off a little bit. And then inhale the left knee in towards the chest, holding on with both hands. And then you can twist, extending that left hand back behind you. This was harder than I thought it would be on the sand. And then kicking that heel behind you, letting the fingertips drop to the mat, lifting the left heel up higher, higher, higher. And then without setting the foot down, pulling the left knee back into the chest as you straighten up tall. Very nicely done. We'll set that foot down. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. Look at your thumbs, reaching back. And exhale, forward folds. And walking our way back to plank. Finding one long line in the entire body. We'll take a couple of mountain climbers here. So pulling knee towards opposite elbow just a few times here, working our core. A little bit of activation here this morning to really get things going. Let's just take one more on each side. And then we can lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Nicely done. Lifting up into Sphinx with the forearms resting to the mat and the shoulder blades pulled behind you. A few deep breaths here, perhaps even closing the eyes for a couple of deep breath cycles. Noticing how you feel. And then we'll simply press our way back and find a seated position. Any seated position will do, rolling the shoulders back, shaking the neck out a little bit. And we'll bring the head over towards the right. You can crawl the left fingertips out away from you and maybe add the weight of the right hand to the top of the head. For a little neck release. And we'll simply switch sides. With the left hand gently holding the head, bringing that left ear and left shoulder a little bit closer together. And release. And then twisting over towards the right, left hand can hold the right knee. Back through center and twisting towards the left. Still keeping a nice straight spine here. Allowing a soft smile perhaps to come to the lips as you think again about what type of day you'd like to have. And we'll finish off with a few neck circles now, coming back to center. And just taking that neck around in one direction. And then over towards the other direction. And then centering that head on the top of the spine. Inhaling the arms up. And exhale to bring them back down through heart center. Very well done this morning. I do hope that you enjoyed this flow. Please do let me know in the comments and hitting the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so that we can practice again very soon for more practices like this one or anything else that you may be interested in. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and have a beautiful rest of your day.